Hey everybody, it's Tuesday, May 6, 2008. Thanks for stopping by. 3 items of interest today. First of all, we should be at war with Iran right now. And we absolutely would be at war with Iran right now if it were not for the direct intervention of Admiral James Fallon. Fallon was the commander of CENTCOM, which is the Central Command of the United States in the Middle East. And during the debacle with the Iranian boats, which were supposed to have been acting belligerently towards an American destroyer, Fallon overruled the commander on the scene, who was about to open fire on the boats and start the war with Iran. Fallon gave the commander on the scene the direct order to stand down, which is the only reason why we are not at war with Iran right now. The administration was absolutely furious with Fallon for doing this, and Fallon has been forced out. And now General Petraeus, who is by all accounts the official lapdog of the Bush administration, is commander of CENTCOM. We will be at war with Iran before long. I'm absolutely convinced of that. Or I'm almost absolutely convinced. There's not much doubt in my mind that we will be at war with Iran soon. Let me put it to you like that. Simply because the incident with the boats was meant to get us into war, and the only reason why we did not go to war was because of James Fallon. Okay, Fallon has now been pushed out, and a general that is absolutely loyal to the Bush administration has been put in his place. So we will be at war pretty soon. You can count on it, especially since the administration is constantly ratcheting up its anti-Iran rhetoric and, claiming that Iran is the entire reason why we are having trouble in Iraq. You know that this is leading up to something. It's not just idle talk. Okay. Second item. We know now that the military analysts that have appeared on Fox News and CNN and ABC and NBC and MSNBC and all these other networks were systematically briefed by the Pentagon on what to say. They were giving talking points. They were given things to talk about. They were given things not to talk about. They were briefed about sensitive matters and sent out to disseminate propaganda on the news networks. The networks will not mention this fact. They did not specify the nature of the military consultants back then, and they will not go into detail on this scandal now. But basically what has happened is the government has sent propagandists into our media, and the media has happily given them a platform with which to deceive the American people. And now they are going to pretend that it never happened, or that it's not still happening. I believe someone from the Pentagon said that they could go to any channel and within a few minutes they could see someone they had briefed and someone they had given marching orders to talking about the war are talking about military issues on a major news network, and not giving their own opinion, but given the specific message that they were instructed to give, as if it was their own opinion. This is still going on today. So if you see someone on television talking about military matters, just remember it came directly from the Pentagon. And if they say that this is their opinion or this is their belief, it is a lie. It is not their opinion. It is written down for them and handed out at the highest levels of our government. Okay, item 3. Currently, there is a worldwide food shortage. There are riots going on in countries all over the world over food. A prime cause of this is the IMF and the World Bank. The International Monetary Fund and the World Bank work together to force nations to agree to free trade agreements, so-called free trade agreements, that bind them to import certain goods and to export certain goods and to produce certain things and not produce other things. These free trade agreements forbid them from supporting their own agriculture in their country, and subsequently their local farmers are driven out of business by competition from the United States or elsewhere. This benefits the United States, but in times of shortage, these nations, because they've had their hands tied behind their back by the IMF and the World Bank, have no agricultural capacity, and they cannot grow their own food. They don't have their own food anymore. They're depending on us, and when we raise the prices of the food, people starve to death. It's a very dire situation all over the world in third world countries, which, if you have read any Noam Chomsky, you know that the third world countries of the world are now the hinterlands of the United States and Europe. In other words, they are the same as the colonies of old. They are exploited lands. They supply cheap labor and raw materials. So these places, they are, people in these places are eating mud simply to ease the hunger pangs before they die. And this problem, it's due to many things. It's due to climate change, it's due to droughts, it's due to floods, it's due to just the fact that free trade agreements have forced these people to act in a way that is in the best interest of the United States instead of their own best interest, and they no longer have the capacity to create their own sustenance and grow their own food. So you probably will not hear about any of these things on the news, but these are all very serious things. We are going to war with Iran soon, number one. Almost everything on TV, especially concerning the media, the military, is covert propaganda. And number 3, there is a huge worldwide food shortage, and even in the United States right now, as we speak, food is being rationed. So these are things that you should know, but you will not know them unless you turn off your television and learn from other sources. So, especially the internet and YouTube. So turn off your TVs and start listening. Start learning. You're in for some rough times. Thanks for watching.